Hey there, dear Runeterra community, and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video. I'm, of course, yours truly, the Love Giant. Today, we are playing another meta deck, actually. Another meta deck that is actually pretty damn cool to play. And it's all about elusive creatures, and that is something that when you start out with Legends of Runeterra, you think like, goddamn, you know, elusive is pretty damn awesome because you kind of lack the removal, but once you have like removal decks, like, you know, control decks, then elusive decks aren't that hard to beat. But Kinkou Elusive is sort of a budget deck, not as much as Burn Aggro or the likes of that, because you need 3 Zs, and I think at the beginning of the game you only get like 1, maybe 2 offs of Z. So that's basically the only really heavy card that you need for this one. And it's not really that mandatory. There are like budget versions of Elusive out there that I've played before, but they don't pack as much of a punch as this one does. If you want to start out with Elusive, just like, you know, search for like budget versions that don't require any heroes or any of the rares that you need. Just, you know, search out for the budget list so you get the feel of elusives, which you get if you start out the game, and then, you know, you can go for this meta deck right here. So, what is this deck all about? We run Freljord and Ionia. Obviously, Ionia, the region that you need in order to play elusive creatures, because that's where they mostly reside in. We have 3 Elixirs of Iron, which is from Freljord. This one gives an ally +0/+2 this round, because the whole shtick about elusive is that you can target them. You can only target them with other elusive creatures as well. Like, you can only block them with other elusive creatures, or if you have Challenger and it is your turn, obviously, then you can also challenge them. But otherwise, you can't attack elusive creatures. But the whole thing with elusive creatures, the whole disadvantage that they have is that they have pretty low stats. Especially in terms of HP. It's really easy to remove them with basically anything. With like a Vile Feast, obviously with Vengeance, with Grasp of the Undying. It's really easy to kill them off with that. And that's why you want to buff their HP. So if you make like a trade, this one is a burst spell obviously. If you want to make a trade and the enemy thinks like, okay, I'm gonna kill this thing off, you know, buff my creature, then you can also buff it like this and potentially help it survive. You have Navori Battle Scouts, which is a pretty awesome draw early on. It says, when I'm summoned, give me elusive this round, and obviously that elusive disperses if he survives for that particular round. But it's a 2/1, pretty good for early game aggression. We have the Omen Hawk, which is definitely a card that you want to draw into, because this one buffs your creatures. When I'm summoned, grant the top 2 allies in your deck +1/+1. So that's the first buff spell that we have. Then we have one of the counter pieces in this deck, which is the Grandglade Duo. When you summon an ally, give me +1/+0, Jesus Christ. This round, it's a 2/1 that obviously, you know, grows the more creatures you play. So you can basically pair that also up with Grandglade Duo into Navori Battle Scout, for instance. We have the Navori Conspirator, which obviously goes hand in hand also with the Grandglade Duo. He says he's also elusive, and to play him, you have to recall an ally. It's a 2/2, pretty decent, and you can, you know, use that if you have a Grandglade Duo out. That's the best possible scenario. You have this thing out, you play the Navori Conspirator, use it on the Omen Hawk, play the Omen Hawk again. The top 2 creatures get again +1/+1, and, you know, you also buff up the Grandglade Duo a bunch with him. Then we have Shadow Assassin, also an elusive creature, also a 2/2. You kind of see the pattern. This one is a 2/2, this one is a 2/1, this one is a 2/2. That's why I'm saying, you know, low stats, but you need to bump them up to make them really scary. When she's summoned, you draw 1. Pretty good. Then we have, for a burst spell, Twin Disciplines. Given obviously 3 offs, because this is really mandatory. Give an ally either +3/+0 or +0/+3 this round. Also to, like, if an enemy has Challenger, if he wants to kill off one of your elusive creatures with Challenger, or if he wants to kill it with a spell, you can just use this burst spell and just negate that and, you know, have it stick on the board still. We have Zed as the hero. For obvious reasons. Summon an attacking living shadow with my stats. Since we have so many things to buff him up with Omen Hawk, with Twin Disciplines, with basically potentially also Elixir of Iron. I think that's pretty much it, however. Well, also, we're gonna see that later on with the Windfarer Hatchling, with Jeweled Protector, we can buff this guy up to enormous amounts, and then also have him and his Living Shadow attack for an absurd amount of damage. And, you know, also, of course, we have Twin Disciplines, so we can also use that on Zed, buff him up, or buff, and also, with that, also buff up his Living Shadow, and just either kill 2 extremely high-value creatures, or just go in for, you know, tremendous amounts and ridiculous amounts of damage as well, even though we need a little bit of mana for that. Though, we can float mana, and then play it in the turn we play Zed in. So that's pretty damn good. And also, of course, you know, he attacks with Living Shadow, which means he summons another creature, which means Glenglade Duo is just gonna get a buff like this. If she's out, however. Then we have Deny, 1 off, which says dub a fast spell, slow spell, or a skill. Pretty good to have that, obviously, for obvious reasons. Even 3 offs would be kind of good, I think. But yeah. Then we have Kinkou Liveblade, also a 2/2 elusive. That's mostly the stat for elusive creatures that don't require as much mana. But this thing is not only elusive, but he's also... How is it called here? Lifesteal, right? Which means you attack a creature or an axis, and you get that much life back that this guy deals. Also, if the creature only has 1 HP, it's not like you only get 1 HP back. You get the full 2 HP or however much attack he has, obviously, back. And that's what I mean, you know, if we pair him up with Twin Disciples, this thing basically does 5 damage and also heals 0 for 5. You know, pretty damn good. And also a little bit more if we buff them up with Omen Hawk beforehand. Then we have Will of Ionia, 3 offs. This one is our creature removal. Basically, it says recall a unit. It's a fast spell. So if the enemy plays something scary, we can just use Will of Ionia and, you know, get it back into his hand. If it's really costly, he can't play it again. And then we are free to either just go face next turn right away, or he just can't dish out as much damage as he was just a second ago. We have Jeweled Protector, grant an ally in hand +3/+3. Another buff creature, obviously. We can use that on anything on our deck. It's also fun to use it on Zed, but, you know, most of the time you just want to concentrate on one of your elusive creatures, buff that up, and if the enemy doesn't have also Will of Ionia or anything like that, it's still buffed, right? If you use Will of Ionia on your creatures, they are still buffed, but obviously it's a little bit of a pain if it gets Will of Ionia, then it's like a Kinkou Liveblade and you can't play it because it's 4 mana. But yeah, you could mostly want to like concentrate on 1 or 2 elusive creatures, buff them up, and then, you know, just go face with those. And then we have, as the last one, the Windfarer Hatchling. And this guy is even more ridiculous. When I'm summoned, to give other allies +2/+2 this round. And I don't have to say what this basically does for the Glenglade Duo. You just play the Windfarer Hatchling, and then you have like +5/+5. And actually, there was one thing that I'm missing, by the way. Oh yeah, I totally, you know, went past this one. Kinkou Wayfinder, obviously. I just realized Glenglade Duo is awesome with the Kinkou Wayfinder as well. And it says, Allegiance, summon 2 1-cost allies from your deck. And that, obviously, is either the Omen Hawk, and when you play him with the Kinkou Wayfinder, then they also still get buffed, the top 2 cards. Or, and that's mostly the case, the Navori Blade Scout, who is also elusive the play you turn him, or the turn you summon them with the Wayfinder. And if you have already the Glenglade Duo out, not only do you get the +1 damage buff from the Kinkou Wayfinder, but also from the 2 1-drops that they summon. So basically, it's +3/+3, +3/+0, sorry, for the Glenglade Duo in the turn you play the Wayfinder. Meaning, this one hits for 5 damage. Pretty damn awesome, obviously. So yeah, that is the whole deck tag about Kinkou Elusive. Pretty awesome deck. It's a meta deck at the moment. A little bit cost efficient, however. But yeah, if you want to try that out for yourself, link is, like, the ID to the deck is in the description below, obviously. And if this deck really works in ranked or not, let's find that out in game number 1. We are locked in. We play against Nocti's Best. Nocturne, I guess, is best. Yeah, another hero that is missing, and we play against Burn Aggro. He has a... oh, God. Actually, that is legit. That is legit, boys. Got that Omen Hawk, so we can buff up right away. Good shit. Got that rear guard. Okay, ready. Just prevent damage right away. Sure. I don't know how good Kinkou Elusive is against aggro, but I guess we're gonna see. Twin disciplines. I could drop this, but I think he's gonna target it, so I'm gonna make sure to maybe bait him first.
Oh, I can't wait.
All right. Just gotta outrun him, basically. Just gotta be nimble. Oh, yes!
Explosives.
Oh, hell yeah! Ah, he's buffed up too. That's fucking... Ah, that's just sexy. He can kill him. He can kill him, that's the thing, though. He doesn't have any mana left, so I'm just gonna block like this. Yeah. Life Blade is gonna be really annoying, since we have life gain against him. So that's not gonna be good for him.
Hang on, Buzzball. Hey.
No Noxian favor. Okay.
The few for the many. They'll never see me coming.
Yeah, that's 3 mana for Noxian fervor. So we should be fine.
They follow the wrong master.
Yes!
I am the shadow.
Hell yeah!
Survive.
We're at 9 HP though. Guillotine would suck a little bit. But we have oh yeah. Okay. We are good. We have discipline, we have Will of Ionia, we also have life gain. Wait. That's 2 mana. We don't have enough mana. I should have floated a little bit more, I guess. He can play him again. I'm gonna play the Life Blade.
Don't mind me.
Gonna get some life back. Gonna block that. Gonna block that.
I sense fear.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Better run.
Duty. Empire.
Let's make a deal.
Thank God I played the Life Blade. Whew! Well, actually, nah, I would have been down to 1 HP. Yeah. Yeah, I would have been down to 1 HP if I wouldn't have played the Life Blade. Oh yeah, that was just insurance policy, basically. Oh, God. Alright. Got that one covered, however. We're locked in against... Mice. Again. Burn. Aggro. Again. Yeah, let's get rid of that. We got a Z though, which is cool. Drawn to another Z. That's a shitty curve against aggro, actually. That's really bad. It's a Grenadier, probably. I mean, Rearguard. Rearguard or a Precious Pet or something like that would be the one drop, yep. We got Zed though. It's late game curve. It's not good. That's no bueno. But I can play Grenglade Duo into Zed, which is kind of cool.
No one's the wiser.
Just need a second.
Guess I'm gonna block that guy though.
In position. Behind you. Hold up.
Even though that thing also deals basically 3 damage. And 1 damage is always secured, kinda.
I am the blade in the darkness.
You sure are. Kinda saw that coming.
Have many faces.
We have a deny that can come in handy.
Scare me.
Also gonna block the shadow.
Try me.
You can also let me level up.
Run while you can.
It doesn't look too good though. Not happy with our draw. Not at all. I can help.
I can do this.
He's just gonna summon him anyway. Or we're gonna pass. Okay, perfect. We need the Life Blade again. We can buff him up with Twin Disciplines so that he's a little bit more... I can't even block anything here. Right. As I go through it, see if we can do something. Ah, that's just bad. Ah, we just draw a late game here. It's kind of sucks. We have deny. So there's that. Which you probably have to. Yes. Deny that.
I am the shadow. Only the worthy survive.
2 damage are coming through from the fucking saboteurs. Maybe 4 from him. Is there anything that can help us? If we just draw into Shadow Isles, like for Ruination? Nah, it's too late. Ah, it's lost. Stupid burn aggro.
Our work is not yet done.
That's for sure. Stupid burn aggro. Worked in the first game, didn't work in the second, sadly. Third game. It's gonna be burn aggro again. Thank God. Finally! Demacia and Freljord, so maybe we can actually get a game going now. So we have Ash, Braum, Invisil, and Tyrandamere. I'm gonna keep the Wayfinder. Ah, Omen Hawk, yeah. That's what I want to see in my starting hand. That's legit. And I can actually just... If I play into the Recaller, I can just recall it, get more buffs in, block that. Could be Poros. That would be interesting. Not sure why you would play so many heroes with that, though. Okay, got a Wayfinder. Yeah, okay, so it's gonna be Poros. That could be something. Ooh. Good old Hatchling. Should we play into Zed? Or do we play into... Let's play into her, I think. Actually, let's wait. Let him attack. Then we hit him with the Zed. Hell yeah. You're the man. You're the man, Zed. That was probably a wrong decision, but I like making shitty decisions. Maybe not.
There's a scent in the air.
He might be able to remove Zed, so I'm just gonna make sure that he doesn't do that.
Gotcha.
Oh, actually, no. I'm a fucking idiot. Now he can definitely remove him. God, I'm a dumbass. Don't play him, please. Fuck. Could have recalled him there. Shit. Ah, that was my bad.
The dark beckons.
I like drawing into that.
A chill in the air.
No problem.
Looking for a daring escape. Arrows at the ready.
Yeah, I wanted to block that anyways. If I have the Glenglade duo out, then the Wayfinder is just awesome because it buffs him as well. I think I'm gonna play the Wayfinder. Yeah.
Extra hands never hurt.
I got the Omen Hawk. Nice. I could play another Omen Hawk, but I think I'm gonna wait for Will of Ionia and use that. I'm not gonna use it right away because he actually floats mana there. Yeah. What do I want to use Jeweled Protector on? This guy? Sounds good, yeah.
Cold isn't the only danger.
Sure.
A true Freljordian welcome.
I guess he's trying to remove her. Or not. I thought he had that 2 mana spell. Like 4 damage to anything that has 0 attack.
I will unite the Freljord.
Okay, let's buff up the Hatchling.
Tall as a mountain and covered in ice.
Get out of here. Two out of 5.
Leaping into action. Arrows at the ready. Just need a target.
I don't need this anymore. Also, I need some space for Wayfinder.
Save the homestead. Heed my word.
Life Blade. Okay.
Everyone here? Let's go. All the world on one arrow.
I know a way.
If I remove something, it ain't that bad. I can actually play Jeweled Protector and buff up the Life Blade too, but I'm kinda running low on HP at the moment, so I gotta be careful about that too. And here's at least one Frostbite. He could also use Avalanche, but that would damage him as well. Maybe even more than me. He's gonna Frostbite the strongest, so he's gonna Frostbite the Jeweled Protector if he attacks with Ash. If he attacks with Frostbite now and then with Ash next turn, then he's actually on 4 out of 5 for Ash. But apparently the damage is going through. Yep. I think I'm just gonna play Life Blade right away. And then use Jeweled Protector when it's his turn, buff up the Hatchling. Because yeah, he's gonna Frostbite that, and then I can actually get life. If he doesn't use Flash Freeze, then I can just use the Life Blade next turn to get a little bit of life back, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna... Frostbite that one. Even though he's running down his timer now. For some reason. And he surrendered, I guess. Okay. So we kind of persevered, I guess. Sure thing. Finding our next opponent right away, and that would be... Burn aggro. That's good. That's good. Omen Hog right off the bat? Yeah, I'll take that. What do we draw into? Twin Disciples. Twin Disciplines. Okay.
Reporting in?
Annoying piece of shit. Fucking bullshit, shitty ass burn aggro, man.
Coming in hot!
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, ready.
Tell me about it, bro. Boy. Actually, I can buff up the... Which is pretty cool, the Glenglade duo now with the Wayfinder. So that's gonna be really damn awesome. To do?
They picked the wrong row?
No.
Let me show you what I can do.
There's always a way out.
They'll never see us coming.
Okay.
I'll do better this time.
Just gonna play something. Okay. What you got? Alright. Do I just troll him? It's gonna kill him. Yeah. That way I can also also, you know, like trade into his Crimson Disciple. He could use, okay, never mind. The buff spell. You know, +2/+2. But he needs another creature for that. Boom!
Eyes open. Watch the branches. Full speed ahead.
Surrender! Fuck your burn aggro, man. Fuck your burn aggro. Fuck it. Hell yeah! We are moving up, boys. We are moving up. And next game right away against the Unknown X again. Freljord. Now, well, not again, but also another Freljord deck. But this time Freljord Shadow Isles with Ashe, Braum, Tyrandamere. I'm gonna keep the deny. You know, we're probably not gonna get much value out of it early game. Not the best draw. That's something.
The Yordle here's with me.
They picked the wrong row.
Well, this guy's actually playing a game, so we gotta be careful about that. This is here to stay. Actually, I wanted to play Navori Conspirator on this, so I just buff up this one for like one more attack. But obviously, since he's playing that, can't really do that. But I still get the damage in. I would have done 3 damage anyways then. And I can, if he plays another one, I can still troll around him with Elixir.
Winter, take you.
I'm just gonna use this so this thing is elusive next turn. And the rest of the mana I'm gonna float unless he's gonna play something else. I could trade.
Don't want any trouble.
Gonna do it like that. At least he's surviving. At least that. So Wayfinder would also be pretty nice. That's also good. We can play both and then still have the Nye.
Winter is the Freljord's true ruler.
Full speed ahead.
Down to 5. Actually gonna frostbite. Ah, yeah, okay.
My spine.
What's a toss-up between these two?
Bring me
And not,
all of an ice-shrouded world.
well, not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad actually. Because she's gonna frostbite these two, and then I still have him and him, who can go face.
Tell me where to aim.
Unless
Looking for this?
I'm gonna block like this. Yeah.
The frost reveals all to me.
Make sure that I have an answer next turn. if it comes to that,
What will you have?
which I hope it won't.
Step lightly.
Let's move.
Almost lethal. And I got the life back.
Sends chills up my spine.
Okay.
For the thrill of battle.
Build her up.
I must get out of here.
Okay. Block that. Gonna block that. Gonna block here. Okay. Yeah, we're fine.
Ice runs in our veins.
Good shit.
Silent as
If he has a Tavern Keeper, that doesn't matter too much. Avalanche could be bad, but I think we could counter that with Kinkou. Not a problem. We have twin disciplines. That works. I think he's out of mana, right? Yes. Nice. Alright. We could have used the Nye on that too. But I mean, that works as well. Yes! Another victory, my friends. Another victory. Kinkou Elusive. Seems flair.